Hi, today I want to talk to you about this newly available grant that HUD just came out with. This grant is the first grant of its kind, or I should say, this is the first time HUD is coming out with this grant. It's probably not the first grant of its kind. There are other grants like it, but this is the first time HUD is coming out with this particular grant, and it's called the Housing Mobility Related Services Grant. So this grant, housing authorities with Section 8 program with a ACC, an annual contributions contract with HUD to administer Section 8 vouchers, also known as Housing Choice Vouchers, can apply for up to $5 million to serve families that have a child or children. If you have at least one child and the child is 17 years old or younger, you can apply for this grant. So you can apply for this grant to provide mobility related services. And the mobility is basically to assist the families to move from high crime, high poverty, bad schools, no opportunity areas into opportunity areas. That is with areas with better schools, very low crime, very low poverty, great paying jobs, or a lot of jobs. You can assist these families to transition into these neighborhoods. So HUD wants you to serve a minimum of 300 families each for the term of the grant. And the term of the grant is actually 60 months. That's 5 years. So at a minimum, you have to serve 300 families. That's a minimum. The maximum families you can serve over the course of the 5 years is 1,000. So HUD wants you to have an average caseload of about 50 families per year. And they do understand that it would fluctuate, because actually 50 times 5 would be less than the minimum 300. So some years you would have more families in order to make sure that the total for the 5 years would end up being a minimum of 300 if you're going for the minimum. If you're going for the maximum, then you would have an average of about 200 families for each year. So remember, you have to serve a minimum of 300 families over the course of the 5-year term of the grant, and you can serve up to 1,000 families over the course of the 5-year term of the grant if you're a superstar housing authority and you want to serve the most families that you can possibly serve. So the due date for this grant is August the 30th, 2023, and HUD wants you to approximate about $2,500 to $4,500 to serve each, to provide housing mobility related services for each family. So you can estimate between $2,500 for housing mobility related services to $2,500 for housing mobility related services. So those are the minimums and maximum numbers of participants that you can propose to serve with this $5 million Housing Mobility Related Services grant that HUD now has available for you housing authorities.